What do we really know about Tyler Robinson, a 22-year-old student, a son, a grandson, a classmate, and now a man at the center of a story that has shocked an entire nation? How does someone who grew up in a picture of American normalcy suddenly become the face of a crime that will be remembered for years? How does a boy raised in a conservative, church-going, Trump-supporting family become the man accused of pulling a trigger in the name of politics? And more importantly, did society fail him, or did his family fail him? Tyler's mother says she saw it coming. She says that in the last year, something inside her son began to change. He wasn't the same boy she raised. He became more political. He leaned more toward progressive ideas. He grew more supportive of gay rights, of trans rights, of causes his family didn't agree with. He challenged the very values he was raised on. And then, his mother noticed something else. It started when he began dating his college roommate. Was it love? Was it influence? Was it rebellion? Or was it a perfect storm that neither his parents nor his grandparents were prepared to face? Parents watching this, ask yourself right now, if you saw your son or daughter shifting, questioning the values you've taught them their entire lives, what would you do? Would you confront them? Would you guide them? Or would you dismiss it as just a phase? Because Tyler's mom didn't just see her son change, she saw him transform. And when she saw the breaking news, her heart sunk. She said she immediately asked him, "Where were you? Were you involved?" He told her he was home. He told her he was sick, but she knew. She said a mother's instinct always knows best. And then she turned to his father, and his father agreed. So what does that tell you? When both parents silently admit to themselves that something isn't right with their son, what does that say about the way they raised him? And what responsibility do they carry for what came next? But let's not forget the grandmother, Debbie, a woman who helped raise Tyler, who stood by the family, who saw him grow from a boy into a young man. Did she also see the warning signs? Or did she, like so many grandparents in America, dismiss it as just kids these days? How many times do we shrug off strange behavior only to regret it later? Is Debbie just a grandmother caught in the middle, or does she bear some of the weight of responsibility too? And then there's another uncomfortable truth we have to face: guns. Tyler grew up in a household that believed in the right to bear arms. He was familiar with them, comfortable with them. And like so many young men in America, he didn't just grow up around guns, he grew up seeing them as a symbol of strength. So here's the question no one wants to ask. If Tyler never had access to a weapon, would we even be here talking about him today? Would this entire tragedy have been avoided? Or is it too easy to blame the gun when maybe the deeper issue is the family dynamic, the silence, the lack of accountability? His mother herself admitted she saw changes over the past year. Her son became more political, more engaged in debates she didn't recognize, more sympathetic to causes she had never supported. He challenged the very values he was raised on. And then his mother noticed something else. It started when he began dating his college roommate. Was it love? Was it influence? Was it rebellion? Or was it a perfect storm that neither his parents nor his grandparents were prepared to face? And let's be brutally honest, was college itself the problem? Did the college environment filled with professors and activists reshape the boy she raised into a man she no longer recognized? Did his roommate, who wasn't just his friend but also his romantic partner, play a role in shifting his worldview? These aren't easy questions, but they are questions every parent watching should ask. Because here's the reality. Tyler's mother felt something was wrong. She asked. He denied it. And then she asked his father. He agreed. So if they both suspected, why didn't they act? Why didn't they demand answers? Why didn't they step in before it was too late? Think about this. If your son was sick, if he told you he was lying in bed while the world outside was on fire, would you believe him? Or would you search for the truth yourself? And if you did believe him, only to discover later that he wasn't telling you the whole story, how would you live with yourself? This isn't just about one young man. This is about every household in America where parents close their eyes to the changes in their children. This is about every college campus where young people are shaped, influenced, and sometimes radicalized. And this is about every dinner table where families argue about politics but never actually ask, why do you believe what you believe? And this is about guns, always about guns. Because the truth is, without the weapon in his hand, Tyler would just be another name on a college roster, not a name splashed across the evening news. So ask yourself this: did Tyler Robinson fail society, or did society fail Tyler Robinson? Did his parents raise him in a way that prepared him for the real world, or did they shelter him until the real world broke him? And what should a mother do really when she sees her child change right before her eyes? Ignore it? Fight it? Or accept it? This is only the beginning of Tyler Robinson's story. And as you'll see, it doesn't just question his actions, it questions everything we thought we knew about family, about parenting, about love, about politics, and about the America we live in today. So stay with us, because the deeper we go, the harder it gets to look away. And if you want the full story, make sure you subscribe now, because the truth about Tyler Robinson is only getting darker from here. Then came the evidence no one saw coming. A set of spent bullet casings recovered in the woods near Utah Valley University were found with messages engraved, etched with mocking slogans, anti-fascist references, meme culture jokes. One bullet read, "Notices bulge, UWO, what's this?" Another, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO." What should a parent do, reading words like that carved into the instruments of violence? What does it say if the rage is personal, coded, online, and yet somehow became real? And more. Tyler Robinson's family says they recognized him on the surveillance photo released by law enforcement. His mother saw the image on television. She asked, "Is that Tyler?" His father agreed. Within hours, Tyler was confronted. He told them he was homesick. He said he was ill. But she felt it wasn't right. A mother's instinct, as she said, always knows best. And now the proof: texts, digital footprints, ideological clashes, radicalizing in silence. Then the radical left politics, the relationship with the roommate who is trans, the mother's confession, the father's arguments, the shift in beliefs, the intolerant shouting that tipped Tyler over the edge. Prosecutors say Tyler felt he could no longer tolerate the hate he believed Charlie Kirk was spreading. What should a mother do when her child is pulled into ideological warfare? What if your child tells you one thing, but everything you sense, everything you see, says something else entirely? But here's where the new twist cuts deepest. Tyler's online life was more extreme than anyone imagined. He didn't just watch radical content. He didn't just debate politics. He played pornographic games in the furry fandom. He followed artists accused of creating disturbingly explicit content. He engaged in the subculture with names and aliases. These weren't idle curiosities. They were patterns, obsession, dark corners of internet culture merging with real-world hatred. Pause. Think. When did curiosity become ideology? When did ideology become justification? When did all of these small choices, late nights online, political lectures, heated family fights, secret relationships, begin spiraling into something catastrophic? Every parent watching needs to ask, if your son plays controversial games or follows upsetting content online, do you demand answers? If your child shifts their beliefs suddenly, do you sit down and ask why? Or do you dismiss it? If your child is in a relationship that challenges your worldview, how do you respond? With love, fear, dismissal, or control? Because now, prosecutors are building a case that Tyler believed in his justification. He said he planned for over a week. He texted with his partner. He feared police finding his prints. He disposed of clothes and hid the rifle. This was no spontaneous act.
This was preparation, and it all sprang from beliefs, from conflict, from personal transformation, from a boy no one fully understood. So I ask you, who failed Tyler at the crucial moments? Was it his mother, who saw him changing and perhaps stayed too hopeful? Was it his father, with firm beliefs, unable to bridge the divide? Was it the grandmother, watching from the sidelines? Or was it society, with its polarizing politics, its echo chambers, its glorification of outrage that pushed him to the edge? Was it the universities, the online platforms, the gaming culture? Was it the gun? Or was it the moment we decided ideas are more dangerous than people? Because now, with all the twists, with all the proof, we're left with one burning question. Did Tyler kill Charlie Kirk because of politics? Or did the politics kill Tyler